Welcome to the first week of Cultural Anthropology. My name is Lori Harrington, and I'm the facilitator for this course. By now, you should have taken a look at the overview video so that you know how to work your way around the class site. Today, what we want to look at specifically is the course prep area for the first week of class. The first thing that you'll notice are the learning objectives. Take a look at these each week so that you have a better understanding of what it is that you're going to accomplish. Next, you will find your reading assignments. Your reading assignments are usually attached to some activity further down the list. This week, you'll start by reviewing the syllabus. If you look in the activities section, you'll notice that there's an activity that's called Submit a Paper to show you know how. This is where you'll submit information stating that you read the syllabus. Each week, you'll have readings from your textbook. This week, there won't be any readings, but you do need to make sure that you're familiar with the textbooks you'll be using. Click on the textbook link. This will give you additional information on the textbooks that will be used in this class. This class requires you to complete a mini ethnographic project. It's very important that you take the time to read over the information supplied here. The project is done in 3 stages and is turned in over the course of the class. This project involves you performing an ethnographic interview and writing a paper on that interview. In total, the project is worth 300 points. I strongly recommend that you take the time to read this information so that you have a clear understanding of what the project involves. The instructions are very detailed, and there's even an example paper for you to use as a model. Alright, let's move on to the activity section. As I stated before, you will be turning in papers. This short exercise explains how to properly submit them. This activity shows that you have read and understood the syllabus. The syllabus is the course contract, and I will be adhering to it. If you have a question, the first place you should check for an answer is the syllabus. You are responsible for knowing the information. By writing a short statement, you affirm that this is true. In the future, if there are questions or concerns or problems, what I should not hear from you is, "Oh, I didn't know." You would know if you read the syllabus. So again, I strongly urge you to take the time to make sure that you have read it before you write your statement. Now, as far as submitting your paper, the process is very simple. Click the Add Submission button. You will see a box appear that says Online Text. You can type directly into this box, or what I recommend is writing your paper in your word processor and then copying it using Control-C on your keyboard. Then go to your online text box and pasting using Control-V. If you right-click in the online text box and use the drop-down menu, you'll get an error message for pasting. So always use the Control-C to copy and the Control-V to paste. Your next task is to introduce yourself. Click on the Introduce Yourself link. This activity allows you to do 3 things. First, it allows you to introduce yourself to your classmates. Second, it teaches you how to use the forum. And third, it explains how to properly upload a picture. There are several assignments due during the course that require you to upload pictures. If your pictures are not uploaded properly, you will not get credit for them. The forum will always work the same way, and you'll have 1 or 2 study questions that you'll need to answer each week. Your answers need to be posted by Thursday midnight of the week of the assignment. You need to come back after Friday and respond to your classmates who have also posted to their questions. Your responses are due by Sunday midnight of the week of the assignment. The postings that you make are worth a total of 20 points. The responses that you make to your classmates' postings are worth 10 points. So each week you have the possibility of earning 30 points in the forum area. Instructions will always be posted at the top of the forum, explaining what it is that you are to accomplish for this week. For this week's assignment, you are to tell the class a little bit about yourself and also properly upload a picture. Make sure that you answer all of the questions in order to get credit. When posting a picture, the key is to use the icon that looks like a tree, which I pointed out to you in the screenshot. If you scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll see a posting that I've made. Use this as an example for your preview. Make sure that you see your picture along with your text in the posting area. It's important to remember that whenever I ask you to upload or post a picture, that the picture is in the post viewable. This way your classmates will be able to see your picture. If you simply attach the picture will not be viewable next to your text, and your classmates will have to go to the trouble of actually downloading your picture, which is something that we really don't want to have to do. So please take the time to learn how to do this properly. Use the tree icon when you're putting in your picture. The next 4 activities involve you learning how to properly cite your paper and also give you an understanding of what plagiarism is and what the consequences are if you plagiarize. These activities include some materials and also a few short videos. Again, take the time to review the information. You will be responsible for it. Your paper should be readable and double-spaced with margins. When you're finished reviewing this information, click on the link that says How to Take a Test. You'll see instructions for each quiz that you take. Usually, you'll be taking 2 quizzes a week. These quizzes are on your weekly readings from your textbook. The quizzes will be multiple choice and or true and false. Usually you will have 2 attempts for each quiz, and you'll have 20 minutes for each attempt. Your highest grade is what will be recorded. Okay, so let's take a look at a test. In this particular test, you have unlimited attempts and unlimited time to take it. This way you can practice and feel comfortable taking your quizzes. Click on the Attempt button. You will see your first question. Read the questions carefully and choose your answer. When you're ready to move on to the next question, click the Next button. If you look to the top left, you'll see the quiz navigation area. This navigation shows that we completed the first question. We are now on the second question, and there are 10 questions altogether in the quiz. Let's just quickly answer these questions. After we finished our questions, a summary of the attempt appears. You'll see two boxes at the bottom. The first, Return to Attempt, allows you to go back and change your answers. However, if you're happy with the answers that you chose, click the Submit and Finish button. It's important that you remember to do this. If you do not, your test will not be recorded and you will not be graded. You can review your questions if you look up on the left-hand side in the quiz navigation area. You'll notice that your correct answers are in green and the answers you answered incorrectly show in red. You can now review each of these questions. After you review them and you're ready to take the test again, just follow the same procedure as before. For this test, you have unlimited attempts, so practice away. However, for your other weekly quizzes, you will have 2 attempts. You can use the first attempt as practice. Take note of the questions that you got incorrect, and then take the test a second time. Your highest grade is the one that will be recorded. Okay, so now we're up to our final activity for this week. Usually, each week we have a video section, and the video will probably have a question in our weekly forum. This week we have a video on what is culture. This is a really basic video just to get you thinking about what culture actually is. So go ahead and watch the video. It's very short. After you watch the video, want to go to the weekly forum. So click on the button for Weekly Forum. Click on the discussion question. I want you to write a short essay, no more than 250 words, describing what you think your culture is. The short video that you watch should give you some clues. There really is no wrong answer to this question. It's a very broad and open-ended question designed to help you start to think about your culture in general. In order to answer the question, click the reply button over on the right-hand side. You can type your response directly into the box or again cut and paste. Notice at the bottom it says Subscription with a pull-down menu. Make sure you set this to I don't want email copies of posts from this forum. If you don't, every time someone posts, you'll get a copy of their reply. Sometimes this can be annoying and overwhelming. Make sure you click the button at the bottom that says Post to Forum. Okay, so that's it. You should now have all the information and tools necessary to be successful in this class. I look forward to reading your entries, and I'll see you next week.